A thought came to mind, and I thought I'd share with you guys, share this with you guys because it's a geopolitical Christian perspective, apex of humanity idea. Often, there's I've noticed that people get in their feelings about the pro-life versus pro-choice argument, and one of the things that I think makes this a simple discussion, very simple, is this: who's going to win evolutionarily, the pro-lifers or the pro-choice? Obviously, pro-lifer, right? Because they are going to raise children, they're going to have them. All the children that could have been born will be born, and they will grow up and they will be indoctrinated or taught or given the idea of a value for life in the womb, and they'll reproduce. And that idea will spread and expand. And so, all the people that are like, "Oh, we need to ban abortion and all of this stuff," I get it. I'm with you. I agree. But the problem is, if you ban abortion, there are going to be so many people who really don't want to have children and don't need to have children, producing children and then indoctrinating them with a pro choice ideology. So think about that. If I was a pro lifer, which I'm like this about, I actually more pro life than anything, but I've seen lots and lots and lots and lots of pro choice responsibility risk mitigation procedures. Let's put it that way. If you know what I'm talking about, put a comment in the thing below. Um, but if I was a pro lifer, if I was like a hardcore pro lifer, I would just say I wouldn't get mad at pro choicers because the types of choices they're making that are leading them to get to the point of having a pregnancy, because pregnancy is really hard. I mean, it's not easy. It's not like you just, oops, I'm pregnant. That doesn't happen. Okay. You have to be really engaged in these procreative activities over a long period of time consistently in order for a pregnancy to take place. It doesn't happen just after one time. And there are a lot of people say, "Oh, it did, it did." That's not true. They're lying. They were having multiple encounters, and out of those multiple encounters, one of them ended up in a pregnancy. So anyway, if I was you and I was pro-life, I was Christian, I would not argue with pro-choice people. I would just say, "Hey, good job. Keep removing your offspring from the gene pool." Because what's happening is they're getting rid of people that would have their ideas. So it's a simple solution. So if you're pro-life, don't worry. The pro-choicers won't be around for much longer. They're killing off their kids. You're having your kids. All is well. All right. Walton Jones, take your mask off. It's not Halloween. Ha ha ha. All right. All right. Let's see. Hello, brother. How are you? Make EA. Very funny. I'm doing well, EA. How are you doing? Make EA. Are you like in the EA Sports or something? I remember when that was popular. I've never been into that. Hey, bro. Oh my. Got something in my hair. Um. Yeah. So, what do you think? Make EA. Do you think are you pro-life, pro-choice? This is just a geopolitical Christian perspective on the abortion slash non-abortion argument. I'm doing well, make EA. Yeah, I'm doing well, EA. Let's see here. There we go. I'm doing well, EA. How are you doing? There we go. Excellent, 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 excellent. All right, crazy brother. It's day in your country. Yeah. Yep. Yep. There's sun over here. I'm doing well. I'm doing well, EA. I'm doing well. How are you doing, EA? Make EA. And yep. Yep. Jesus is the best. All right. All right. And yeah. There we go. Yep. Yay. Okay. Where's Make EA? Yay, there's Make EA. All right. Toe heck. Yeah. Yeah, it's day in our country. Doing well, EA. Doing really well. Hi, Emily Alejo. Ha 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 ha. Welcome. And welcome. Oh my God, I haven't read Devanagari script. I think that's Devanagari. That's Hindi, right? Let's see. Brother from India. I wish I could read that. It's been 20 something years since I read Hindi script. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're talking about pro life versus pro choice. And as a geopolitical Christian, the idea is we don't really fight with people about what their choices are. They get to enjoy the outcomes of those choices. We don't get involved. In Germany, it's dark all day and all night. Of course, Germany. I love Germans and German people. Yay, Chohek. Welcome. Raymond Enrique, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Makey A, dude, what's going on in America? Well, what's going on right now is it's sunny. One of the greatest presidents of all time is about to walk into the White House and make America great again. And go Paul. Babaji, Babaji. All right. Abu Bakr. Oh, Abu Bakr. Allah. Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum wassalam. Dude, how you feel about Muslims? I love Muslims. They're part of our Abrahamic brotherhood, but I am a Christian. I'm a very Christian. I love Islam as well. I think that Islam and Christianity needs to reunite as well as Judaism. Abrahamism needs to become one family again, and we should respect each other's perspectives. I love Christianity. I think Christianity is the best religion in the world, but I think that Islam is our brother and is very important. Abu Bakr, Takbir. Um, كيف حالك, Abu Bakr? All right. In a Marathi, I don't know much Marathi. I'm sorry, I don't know much Marathi. Um, no, but thank you. I wish I did. I've heard it, but I don't speak it or understand it. Yeah, thank you, make EA. All right, Islam is number one. You guys are as far as numbers, man. I mean, there's a lot that us Christians can definitely learn from you, Morgan Andred. Um, we can still learn a lot from Islam. I mean, Morgan is saying that I'm lost here, but eh, that's your perspective. But I think that we can learn a lot from Islam. I like Islam a lot. I think it's a beautiful religion, especially if you have Muslims that do respect the Quran. Morgan Andre does not respect the Quran. Um, yeah, Muhammad said, "Save. Do you accept him?" I accept Jesus Christ. I think Islam was very important. All right. Am I a Democrat? God bless you. No, not by the longest shot. Not by the longest shot. Not a Democrat. Haven't been a Democrat for like 20 years. Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe 20 years. And I was only a Democrat because I didn't really get into politics. I just did it because everybody else was doing it. And that was just what I did. I love Islam. It's extremely important. It's extremely important. This is the thing, Morgan. Um, we have to work together as children of Abraham. And this is what's going to happen. The future of Islam is that those Islamicists or those Muslims, Brotherhood, those that are truly dedicated to Islam or peace, salam, will inherit the earth. You know, those who have dedicated themselves to vengeance and other things like that. It's going to be very hard to deal with the Westerners, the Christians, and the Jews that have superior firepower. Gerald Glass, I've asked the vibe check. I'm glad. I'm glad, Gerald. Yeah, I don't do Democrat. I don't even do democracy. We live in a constitutional republic, the greatest constitutional republic this side of heaven. Um, and God is the greatest. Allahu Akbar. And I can say that as a Christian because it's true. You know everything about Islam. I don't know everything about Islam. I know some things about Islam. I went to masjid, I did wudu, I read the Quran, I have the Quran, I love the Quran, but I am a Christian. and I love the Bible, and that comes first for me. Jesus Christ and God are my primary path to salvation. I love Islam though. I think Muhammad was very important. Um, yeah, I don't know everything again. Once again, Morgan Andrade. Awesome dress. Thanks, DM. Great cringe. How does Jesus come back to life? Jesus comes back to life in our example as Christians. You know, we lived our best lives, be loving to others in the world, show kindness, show strength. You know, we're not just kind and getting walked over. We're strong, and if you know, we know how to deal with adversaries and to deal with them effectively. Do you accept Muhammad? I do accept Muhammad. He is a powerful prophet. All right. Um, Doobie Doobie, we love Quran. Yeah, I love the Quran as well. It's a beautiful book. It's a beautiful book. Again, I put the Bible first. It's the Injil. Read the Quran 4, Surah 4. It talks about the importance of the Injil or the gospel, and you should never slander it according to the Quran. All right. When I was in prison, my cellmate was Muslim, dude. Yeah, yeah. Muslims are good people, man. All right. Respect you too, EA. Respect. Jesus is alive. Doobie doobie, dubby dubby. I believe Jesus is alive. Um, I think Jesus is the uh, great Son of God, salvation, and as we are all children of God, Jesus told us that. Doobie doobie, then you're not a Christian. Look, this is the thing about geopolitical Christianity. We understand that God speaks to all people, and look, as a Christian, our main thing is Jesus in the Bible and Christ. You know, Jesus Christ in the Bible, and our sonship with God, and a respect for all men. Um, you know, and that's what I live by. Yeah, yeah, yep, yeah. Very much a Christian though. I put Christ first, Christ above all. All right. Have you been to America? I've been to America. I've been to North America, South America, Europe, Africa. I've been a lot of places. Central America. I haven't been to Central America yet. North America, whatever. It's all the same. Um, do you believe in our holy book? Of course, the Bible. I think Doobie is talking about Christian. Yeah, 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 yeah. Of course, the Bible is the number one book for me. It is the number one book. It's the most important book ever compiled. Saudi Arabia, America. You talking about Medina? Uh, uh, America, Mexum. All right, what's up? What's up, Blackie, Jillian Ritter. All right, I don't know. We'll eventually erase that person if they become obnoxious. All right, you cannot call him God. Okay, all right. Sound like the Pope. Uh-huh. Okay. Good. The Inquisition. Morgan, do you? Okay, someone is responding to Morgan. Show me how your morning is. Oh, let's do like this. Boom. There's our morning. It's not really morning. It's more like afternoon. Yeah. 2:22. 2:22 in our time zone. Try and figure out which time zone that is in the United States, and if you can tell me what state I'm in, then I'll give you a star. All right. Okay. Existed and seal. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm gonna start closing this down, but this is the thing. If you get riled up about people that are pro-choice, I mean, there's really no debate between life and choice. You can choose life. You can also choose to be responsible enough to prevent yourself from being impregnated, but you know, taking the precautions, using contraceptives, that sort of thing. So if you do get pregnant and you go all the way to the point to where the pregnancy is obvious, and then you choose to go and terminate that pregnancy, that says something about you as a person. Now, if you obviously there are instances of assault and incest. Those are times when I don't know. I'm still a pro-life person. I think it's very important to do what we can to respect that. Now, I don't think we should ban abortion because, again, the people that are getting abortions are removing themselves from the gene pool. Because I've seen this in some tragic situations where a woman came in where her fallopian tube had ruptured, and she'd had a rupture prior to that, and her second rupture occurred, and from then on she would never have children of her own. And so, unless they do like an implantation into her uterus or something like that, but all I'm saying is, if we are pro-life people and we are geopolitical Christians, we don't need to go to war with people that are deciding to commit abortion and do so as a way to negate responsibility. I don't think that you should force someone to be responsible for another life. I don't think you should ever do that. Um, but I'm not pro-abortion, if that makes sense. So anyway, thought I'd put that out there. I don't know. Hopefully it has some value to someone. In the next video, about why do we treat sex like it's like a kindergarten subject? We don't talk about intercourse. We don't say sex. We say things like sleeping together, dating, hanging out, um, having a good time. Like, we use all these euphemisms. Like, people are afraid to use the word sex in the English language. Why do you think that is? Give me some ideas, and then I'll close this chat down and we'll go to another, start another chat. Why do you think that English speakers are so afraid to talk about sexuality? Yeah. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Sorry, I missed a couple here. Actually, not a couple. I missed quite a few. The morning, Christianity never existed. Okay, okay. And there are people just, it's funny. People get pissed off and just start arguing with each other. All right, y'all. The geopolitical Christian is an apex human. Okay. All right, let's see here. What's up, Michelle Beraldo? 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 Beraldo. Michela. Or Michela Burado. Beraldo. Beraldo. My body, my choice is a lie. No baby ever chose to die. I agree with you. I agree with you. No baby chose to live. Okay. No baby. Baby, no choice. Okay. All right. Seem like a good person. Thank you, Andre. Morgan Andre. We say about Exodus 21. Yeah. Ben Chung. Some people have asked me about slavery. Look, I have no qualms against slavery. It's just a thing that everybody's done forever. And I don't think that's a reason to get like, to invalidate God's existence or the goodness of God or the righteousness of God or his prophets or Jesus. Okay. My body, my choice is a lie. Yeah, okay, we saw that. All right. End of time is near for a lot of people. You know what? For a lot of people, today is the end of times because they get hit by a car and they die. Okay. Morgan. Okay, Morgan. God bless you guys. The Bible says you can beat your slaves. That's okay. I mean, look, if someone allows you to enslave them, you should be able to beat them. That's not true. I don't believe that. I just had to say that to piss people off. I don't really believe that. No, but I mean, look, my ancestors are native to North America, and then I do have some from Mali and Nigeria. Lots of Nigerian ancestors, as you can tell. Um, and then, of course, Europe. Um, but my indigenous ancestors did not allow themselves to be enslaved. They'd rather die or kill, and they did that. They killed people that tried to enslave them. So it was, I don't really pity people that get enslaved. If it happens, I say, look, man, do what you can, and then when you can get out, get out. But I'm not like one of those people that if you say slavery, I'm gonna go, yeah, yeah. I don't care. People get enslaved. There's still slavery going on today, and the largest slave trade happening right now on the earth. But thank you for your comment, Ben Chong. I'm not invalidating. I'm just saying a lot of people try to use slavery to like discredit the Bible, and I'm like, yeah, there was rape, slavery, all kinds of things, terrible things happening in the Bible. Slavery is is moral than, yeah, no. Slavery is immoral, but slavery is as immoral for the person practicing it as it is for the person enslaved. The entire process of slavery is immoral. So to practice slavery, like let's say if I was like providing someone with subscription to something, to me that's a form of slavery. I would be committing a sin by making you subscribe, because that means you've got to do this thing forever, because subscriptions are forever. Um, and then by you buying the subscription, you're sinning. So that's what geopolitical Christianity means when it says that slavery is sin. So good, very thank you, Brian Chong, or sorry, Bryn Chong, thank you, Bryn Chong. Right, every race and nation has been enslaved. Exactly, WW. You're absolutely right. I love McChickens. Okay, Pixel Prodigy. Yeah, every single group. Slavery is a human phenomenon. It's not like, oh, it's racist. Slavery has never been a racist thing, ever, ever. And anyone that tells you that is bold-facedly lying to you, or they just don't know the history. Slavery has always been economic. It's always been economic or political, in the sense that, like, when you take over political power, you enslave your opponents and your those who agree with your opponents. That's just how it works. That's what humans do. Yeah, yeah. So it's not a big deal, y'all. I mean, and we've got to, like, I mean, it's just an intelligence thing. Read history, and you'll realize that slavery is a 6,000-year-old practice that humans have been doing forever, and it happened at the fall of the Golden Age. So about, like I said, 6,000 years ago. The Golden Age ended about 12,000 years ago, but yeah, something like that. Being proud of your race is equivalent to holding a trophy over your head for a competition you don't compete in. That's a brilliant one, Pixel Prodigy. Good one. Let's pin that one. Let's pin that. Boom. That's so true. Being proud of your race. God bless it. Yeah, that's so true. So true. WW. I'm going to say WW. Doobie doobie. WW. I'm going to say WW. Its use for political purposes nowadays. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm genius. Yes, you are. I love it. What you say about yourself is true. All right. I like that, Pixel. So true. Being proud of your race is the equivalent. Yeah. So good. So good. So good. So yeah. It's time for us to transcend all of that silliness. I mean, look, I think it's important to appreciate what your culture brings to the human story. We all have a piece of the puzzle to bring. Doesn't matter where you're from. There's a piece of the puzzle you're bringing. It's good to respect that and to understand it, acknowledge it. But to kind of tout it in front of other people is kind of silly. It's just like our race invented, I don't know, bowling balls. So okay, well, that race made it better. Like, whoever, like, it's usually the group of people that create something that are not the best at it. Interestingly enough, it's always another group that takes it and does it better. It's like Christianity was invented in Africa and the Middle East, but Europe did it better, right? Because it was when Christianity went to Europe that it reached the rest of the planet. Of course, European Christianity meant inquisitions, genocides, all the terrible things of history. But Christianity would have just been nothing if it stayed in Africa and it stayed in the Middle East. It wouldn't have gone anywhere. It wouldn't have done anything. So, like you said, like, being proud of your race just because you're born in that group of people you're absolutely right. It's like, it's silly. It has no value. So, yeah. Make America great again. Europe, let's say, Tommy says, Europe did it better because Europe held the power at the time, i.e., Rome and Constantinople. That's true. But the reason there were other competing regions of the earth. You had the Mongols that were not too far away historically. Actually, they were in that time period, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. You had the Mongols who were killed. I mean, these guys were dominating force in the world. They still are. I mean, we try to pretend like the Chinese are not Mongolians. They're Mongolians. Like, that's their ancestry. They're very clear about that in China. They're like, yeah, we came from the Mongolians. The Mongolians were kick ass. They were badass. I mean, they were like unstoppable. And they were not too far from Constantinople as far as historically. They were in that same time period. It was never invented. It began in the Middle East. Ethiopia did it the best. Ethiopia did do Christianity the best. I'll agree as far as practice, but as far as domination, Europe is there's no argument. Europe did it 1,000 times better. Ethiopian Christianity is one of the smallest forms of Christianity in the Christian, and it's the oldest. Ethiopian Christianity is almost 2,000. It's almost as old as Christianity. Period. Um, but Europeans did it better as far as like they took it to the rest of the world, and they forced a lot of people. They killed a lot of people. They did a lot of terrible things, but they got Christianity around the world. I mean, they kicked ass. I mean, I got to tip my hat to them, man. And I'm mixed, so that's part of my ancestors too. I'm gonna own that. Europe had the money power to make it bigger. Yeah, it's true, but they took it. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Um, and I hate how they did it, but they still did it. They still did it, man. They still kicked ass. I mean, it's like we got to give credit where credit is due. If it weren't for Europe, the message of Christ never would have reached the rest of the world. I mean, we got to give credit where credit is due. So slavery is not moral, yet God condones it, even giving instructions on how much to pay for your slaves, where to buy them. A father may also sell his daughter. Hey, can we bring that? Listen, like, so what do you want to say, Bryn Chong? Bryn, I'm assuming that's the girl's name. So what do you want to say? Do you want to say that God is bad for condoning slavery, or I want to know where you're coming from with this? I'm not from Europe, by the way. I know. I mean, it's all good. Old Old Testament, Bryn. Old Testament. Hey, look. Old Testament, New Testament. To me, it's all valuable. I mean, look, a God that condones slavery but also ends it is a good God as far as I'm concerned. Because think about it, the only nations on earth that completely abolished and ended slavery were what? Christian nations, Protestant Christian nations specifically, and the Catholics to some extent. But like Brazil is more Catholic, and they tried to abolish slavery, but they did it the slow way. United States abolished slavery the quick way, which was not the best. They should have let it. They should have done like the Brazilians, but not as long. They should have let it just. It would have ended on its own. Um, just like the civil rights movement would have happened on its own. The government did not need to get involved. That's where Abraham Lincoln messed up. He shouldn't have ended slavery. He should have just let it slowly evolve out. But he did what he had to do. Whatever. So yeah, you must not you must not get your morality for God, or you would be in full support of slavery. Hmm. I read the Old Testament again. God is not moral. Understand that God is not moral. Read the Old Testament, New Testament makes it very clear. God is not about morality. God is about relationship and guidance. If you read Hebrews 11, read all of the table of faith, the hall of faith, the top people of faith includes murderers, harlots, need I say rapists? David, sorry. Several people in the hall of faith were absolutely immoral. So, Bryn Chung, if you think that God is about morality, you've misunderstood it. And I get it. A lot of Christians tout that, but God is not about morality. In Isaiah, throughout the Old Testament, God, I think Zechariah, Zephaniah. Don't quote me on this, but there's several places in the Old Testament, Bryn, where God is like, your morality means nothing to me. Your Sabbaths, your new moons, your sacrifices, I do not care. I want you to obey my ultimate supreme law, which Jesus quoted in John 10:34 and 35 and Psalms 82 verse 6. But, Jesus also said, love your neighbor, love God, respect God, honor God. So yeah, no, I get my morality from God, exactly from God. I don't get it from uh, a mistranslation of God. All right, Old Testament, yeah. Brazil did end slavery, but they slowly did it. They did the generational process where the child and grandchild of the slave was born free. So the United States went to war over it, which was silly. They should just left it alone. People barbecue king, the most juiciest. What the hell? Okay, I'm not even gonna address that. Your morality does not come from God. It does come from God. It doesn't come from Christian moralism. It comes from God. Okay. It was England that did it, wasn't it? No, it's the United States that ended slavery. England is where the abolition movement started, but the United States was successful in ending it. You're right. It kind of was England because the English colonies like slowly started to do this whole abolition thing. But the first nation to completely end slavery was Haiti, but they did it violently, and they were not successful. To this day, Haiti is a shithole country, unfortunately. Beautiful people, just like any other place, but politically, Haiti is in a real bad place. So you would never want to be like, oh, let me go get a Haitian citizenship. No, you don't want that. Nobody wants that. Not even Haitians. They're trying to come here. All right, Old Testament, New Testament are the same. As Jesus said, I have come to fulfill the law. Exactly, Bryn, you're absolutely not change a title of the world, okay, or title of the word until all things have come to pass. Yes, exactly. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I'll just agree with you. Because, I mean, this is the thing, like, it's Christian moralism that has misunderstood and misinterpreted the Bible, mistranslated the Bible. So I'm not a biblical scholar. I just read the Bible and then I go back to the interlinear and the concordance and all these little, scholarly works, and I just look at what they say. And you can go to www.biblehub.com, I believe, and you can find all of their tools, and they illuminate all of the words in Greek and Latin and Hebrew, and you get to see what the Bible is actually saying contextually. It's called an exegetical hermeneutics. Okay, so yeah, I get my morality from God. I follow Jesus' teaching and try to be as good as I can. That's all we can do. Follow Jesus' teaching and be as good as we can. All right, Ashton Dillard, what's up? I'm not black, but okay. I am Mauryan. All right, but thank you so much, Ashton. Thanks for joining and welcome. Thousands of years, Tommy says. And Bryn Chong, thanks for your sincere answers to hard questions. Thank you, Bryn Chong. Um, yeah, and thanks for your questions. I mean, they were very well put and very well presented. I appreciate you. Most people would run and hide when faced with the nasty parts of the Bible, but Jesus commands you to be uh, ready, ready. Excuse me, I read that wrong. Ready to defend your faith at any time. So good on you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you a Christian, Bryn, or do you just enjoy um, Christianity apologetics, religious discussions? Tommy says, Mauritania? Exactly. Part of our origins are just north of Mauritania. So Morocco, Western Sahara, and Mauritania are where the Maori originated. And they're like, again, look, y'all, I'm going to be straight with you. Mauryan is not a term you got to find in a lot of places. I use that terminology. Okay. I came up with that. I coined that term. But it's something the Greeks used to describe people that look like me, and it refers to the Maori, Mauri, which was a group of people that lived in what's now the Sahara, the northern part of Mauritania, and the southern part of Western Sahara and Morocco, and in parts of Mali as well. Pardon me. So I didn't mean to seem racist. That's okay. You can be racist. I'm okay with that. I don't care. I like racist people. Okay. I know it sounds crazy, but I think racist people are funny. So I just don't like, live with racist people or fall in love with race or date racist people. But, I don't mind it. And I know you're not racist. Okay. So don't worry. What's up, Two Duels? Welcome back. Sliding into the live. All right. And WW says, Bryn, do you believe in Jesus is God? And Ashley, I know you're not racist. Don't worry. I know you're not racist. Don't worry about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It would be nice to know if Bryn believes it, or is a Christian or not. I really love Christianity. I think it's super important. I don't think Apex is saying he's not offended. I'm not offended. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind. Okay, nah, Jesus is a myth like Odin. Have fun being a person who believes into nothing. I mean, look, that's a perspective. And I'm going to be honest with you. I am, as a Christian, I know it's going to sound weird, but I struggle over the idea of a historical Jesus. I want to believe that Jesus was real. I want to believe with all of my heart. And I've been to the place that he was a child, his childhood home in Egypt, and I felt something. I felt something like never before. It's like the Native American sites that I've been through in North America. There's a feeling I get there. It's so powerful. It's so deep, and I felt that at his childhood home in Egypt. You can go to Cairo, old Cairo, and there's a place where Jesus was a child, where he lived during the time they were trying to kill him, and they were always trying to kill Jesus. But when he was a child, they were trying to kill him. He lived in Egypt, and I went there, and there's a powerful energy there. I don't know how to describe it. It was powerful. Maybe I'll post a video about it because I took video of it. But I love Jesus, and I want to believe that he was real. So, um, yeah, I want to believe that Jesus was real. I really want to believe Jesus was a real person. So that's one perspective. I think he's a Hebrew Israelite. Maybe. I don't know. He could have been a lot of things. Look, WW, whoever he is to you is who he is. And that matters. It's important that I believe that it's important that we develop a relationship with Jesus, with God through Jesus, because that's how we get our relationship with God, is through Jesus, through his sacrifice, through his blood. And that's how we connect with the creator of the universe. That's my belief. As a geopolitical Christian, that's my belief. All right, Ashton says Jesus is real. There's so many testimonies of people experiencing him. I have seen those, and I'm going to read them. I'm going to read them. Look. Growing up, I was a very avid Christian, and I believed in him as real. I had dreams of him. I love Jesus. I really love Jesus with all my heart. I really do. Okay. There's too much evidence that he was real and died and was buried and was raised from the dead on the third day. I have read that evidence too, but I also know that in history, a lot of things can be forged, and it's very hard for modern historians to definitively decide whether something is forged, fake, not real, or not real. They have a great methodology for clarifying what's real and what wasn't, and I respect that methodology. They're very good at it, but I still just it's like I'm like doubting Thomas. Okay, I'm like Thomas in the Bible who had to wait for Jesus to resurrect and show him the scars in his hand. Like Jesus had to say, Thomas, put your fingers into the holes in my hand to see that I'm real. I'm that kind of a person. So, but I still believe in Jesus. I just believe that he is an allegory. So I don't think that takes away from his flesh and blood truth. I'm practicing my Hebrew. Oh man, good, good. Work on it. I'm an agnostic. Oh, you're agnostic. All right, Bryn. Thank you for letting us know. I appreciate agnostics. Y'all know about Orthodox Church? Yeah, I was thinking of joining Tommy. Two duels. What was Jesus? Jesus Holmes. Depends on which gospel you read. And someone correct me if I'm wrong on this, because I might be wrong. So his country he was Judean, and he was from Galilee, but also Bethlehem. From what I remember, he started out in Bethlehem, and then they went to Egypt, Cairo, because they were trying to kill him. Herod was trying to kill him, and then he came back at some point, I would say as a toddler, and then he lived in Galilee. So someone correct me if I'm wrong on that. I may not be right, but I believe it's Galilee, because in the Gospels it says they say, can anything good come out of Galilee? And they were kind of like shitting on Jesus. They were kind of like, can anything good come out of Galilee? And Jesus is like, yeah, I'm from Galilee. so so yeah, his country would have been modern day Israel or Palestine. I don't know where Galilee is today. It might be in Gaza or something. God knows. Um, yeah, he was an Israelite. He was an Israelite. Egypt, no, he did live in Egypt for a period of time, at least according to the Gospels. Tommy, he was Irish. Jesus was Irish. I want to believe that because I love the Irish and I'm part Irish. So a very small part, like 6%. All right. Dead two duels. Tommy, I'm Orthodox Christian. WW is Orthodox. What kind of Orthodox? Are you Ethiopian Orthodox? Are you Armenian Orthodox? Russian Orthodox? There are a lot of Orthodox. What kind of Greek Orthodox? What kind of Orthodox are you? I'd love to know. Because I was thinking of becoming Orthodox Christian. I'm just a geopolitical Christian right now. I haven't joined a church again. I grew up Seventh-day Adventist, so we'll see. WW, cool, bro. I admire your faith. Be the only religion I'd convert to. Love the myst. Yeah, that's what I love about Orthodox Christians, man. They got that mysticism down. All right, shortcut to everybody. Bloggers pay. Okay, bloggers. Actually, is that all I can type in Hebrew right now? Whoa, good job. Oh, you got the yeah. You got the. I wish I could read it. Uh, Jesus was likely a real person, but no evidence that he was divine. I like that perspective. I believe we're all divine in a way, but not the way Jesus was divine. But hey, look, if he was a real person, I would feel even more inspired by his story. But see, look, I'm a kind of person, I don't even believe Pythagoras existed. I think, like, you know, I don't think Pythagoras exists because there's no writings that are attributed directly to Pythagoras. There's some that they say, but that's all Iamblichus. And so I don't know. I I'm learning. I'm learning, y'all. Okay, means may God be with you. Oh, may God be with you in Hebrew. That's what that means. All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. He went to Passover, so he practiced Judaism. Yep, 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 yep. WW. I'm 3% Irish. Two deals. There was a lot of Irish. The Irish are all over the place, man. I love the Irish, man. I really do love and admire the Irish. Oh, cool. WW is Greek Orthodox. Okay, I'm going to check out the Greek Orthodox then. And I love Greece. I'm going to go to Greece. I haven't been there yet. I was in Switzerland, which is not that close to Greece, but I'm going to go to Greece probably this year. Okay. At Bryn, there's no evidence to believe he's not. Okay. Yo, I'm gonna holler at the Orthodox Christians, the Greek Orthodox, because I think the Greek Orthodox are killing it right now. Christianity is making a massive. Yes, it is. Jesus is, and I think that Christ is king, and I know it's a cliche to say it, but look, with the election of Donald Trump, Christianity is kicking ass right now. And look, it's not just Donald Trump. It's like Canada's going to probably go. I mean, Trudeau was out, but there's another guy. I forget the name of the guy, but he's the competitor or the other side. He's the Conservative Party in Canada. It's going to go Christian as well. Argentina is all the way Christian. El Salvador is Christian. Most of South America, Central America is Catholic Christian, but it's landslide all the way down red. Europe is probably going to revive. Africa has been more, for the most part, Islam and Christianity. And I think the Christian population in India is probably going to blow up, especially southern India. Russia already is locked down. Korea is locked down with Christianity. South Korea locked down with Christianity. Um, and a lot of the Asian countries, excepting China and Japan. Philippines is mostly Christian. Indonesia is very Muslim. So yeah, Christianity is about to explode, y'all. But let's bring back a Christianity that really is down for like just living the message of Christ, y'all. Let's be Christ's best representatives in the world, y'all. All right, at Bryn, there's no evidence yet. Okay, I read that one. Christianity is making a massive. Yep, yep. Fr Doobie. All right, Doobie. All right, right. I don't know what FR is. Probably friend. Okay. Pythagoras made a mathematical theory that isn't going to disappear. Yo, with Pythagoras, he was so brilliant. If he existed, there's a lot of weirdness around his life, y'all. His mother was Pythes, his father was Misarchus, and his mother. It's like his whole life just seems like a myth. I don't think like he wasn't really born to those two, and like they had a younger son, and they found it's a weird look at Pythagoras's history, his life. It's a weird one. He lived in, of course, he left his home and went to Egypt, Persia, Persia, because I think he was from Italy, and then he went to Greece, Egypt, Persia. um he traveled all over the place. Pythagoras was very interesting, very interesting. They're still all my brothers in Christ. Yep. Which one? Pythagorean theorem. Yeah. Yeah, Pythagoras was on it, man. And this is the crazy thing, is Pythagoras was only given a tiny drop of the Egyptian history. I don't need to provide evidence that he was not divine. This is Bryn. It's called the burden of proof. The person who makes the extraordinary claim needs to prove their assertion. Yeah, it's true. Bryn, sounds like you're a scholar. Bryn Chong, throwing down. Bro, getting information off crack GPT. Whoop, y'all, I love you. I got to go. So Sire came in and dropped an insult. He woke up in the morning and chose violence. Bryn Chong, and this is person that doesn't have a name. Thank you for showing up. Doobie Doobie, thank you for the interaction. Ashton Dillard, God bless you. God bless you. Two duels with the 3% Irish. I'm hollering at your two duels. Thank you for joining. Bryn Chong, yep, I talked about the Blogger Purge show one time. Tommy, thank you so much for joining. Yes, Jesus was Irish. Hallelujah. All right. And everybody else who I may have missed, God bless you all. Thank you guys for joining. This was a good one. I'll post the live. Y'all be good. And remember, life is a stream. There will be turbulence, but just stay in the flow and God will take you where you need to go. God bless you guys. You're making assumption. Holler at your boy. Okay. Peace out. Love you guys. God bless. Oh, one last comment. One last comment. Hi, Happy New Year. Oh, this is Teddy Phoenix. God bless you. Peace and blessings. I'm going to holler at you. Guys, God bless you guys. I'm out.